All right, so we get set to tip it off. The Battle of the Virgins. U.S. Virgin Islands versus British Virgin Islands. The opening tip goes to the USVI in blue. The British Virgin Islands wearing some very pretty green uniforms. So Kevin Shepard handles the rock to the top of the key. Looking inside to Phil Jones, nothing happening there. Edwin to Shepard, opposite corner. He can hit that. No bueno. Rebota. Edwin tried to drop it off to Jones. That was tight quarters. So Shiverton brings it across the timeline, gives it to Can.
And it's going to be the execution of the U.S. Virgin Islands team and the fast break and speed against the British Virgin Islands.
And apparently it's going to be a physical ball game if that possession is any indication. So Shepard to Brown. Victor at the top gets it to Edwin. He can hit that short.
Edwin still trying to find his shot in this tournament as he's an excellent shooter from outside.
So Smith got his first rebound of the game. It certainly won't be his last. He goes left against Victor. Didn't get the roll. Phil Jones with the rebound. Here comes Brown. Brown pushing. The left hand lay is good.
Beautiful move by Aaron Brown, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to penetrate. The kid is good in the fast break.
So BVI with possession. Can handling the rock. Passes it to Kennedy. Bass. And an errant pass, but it's ran down by Can. Can goes left. Pull up. No good. Rebound. Brown. Here he comes. Downtown Brown.
And he's a menace in the open court.
Falta personal called on Smith. So Brown goes to the free throw line to shoot two. First attempt is good. Brown, good. So 4-0 advantage for Islas Vírgenes.
And Kevin Shepard have the daunting task of guarding J.R. Chelston.
So George gets it to Kennedy Bass. Bass from deep, no good. Possession stays with the British Virgin Islands.
U.S. Virgin Islands looking quite good in their half-court defense so far.
Inbound to Smith. Smith with the pull-up. That's a tough one.
Good
Rebound,
defense.
Victor.
Here comes Kevin Shepard in the open court.
So Edwin on the penetration stays with the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Edwin is very crafty with the ball, as you got to respect his jump shot. He can hit that shot. Defenders got to run out of him.
So Brown to inbound. Cut by Victor, gets it to Edwin. Edwin to Shepard. Shepard from a distance, splash.
And that's a good sign for the U.S. Virgin Islands, as Kevin Shepard can definitely hit that shot, and he's feeling it right now as the British Virgin Islands takes an early timeout. Oh no, we don't have a timeout. Kevin Shepard, who has played in Iran, he's played in the Superior League in Puerto Rico.
So Can controlling it, gets it to Bass. Bass looking inside, nothing doing there. Smith at the top of the key, goes right, off the glass, rebound, Edwin. Here comes Shepard, across the timeline, pushing. Shepard, nifty ball handler, gets it to Edwin. Victor can hit that, no good. Possession goes to the British Virgin Islands.
So good start for the U.S. Virgin right now, as they heads out to a 7-0 lead. British Virgin Islands yet to get on the scoreboard.
So Can picked up three-quarter court by Edwin. Gets it across the timeline. Goes inside to George. George working on Victor. The pull-up. No good. Tapped out by Jones. Edwin gets it. Aaron Brown on the right side wing. Gives it back to Edwin. Cross-court pass to Shepard. He thought about it. Inside to Victor. Jones. Shepard. Shepard to Edwin. Right side wing. No good. Rebound. Smith.
And although Edwin missed that shot, excellent passing by the U.S. Virgin Islands team.
Can handles the ball, waiting on the screen from George. Pull up, no good. Rebound, Shepard. Here comes the USVI. Shepard across the timeline. Edwin goes baseline, the reverse.
Beautiful move by Jason Edwin as he went to the other side as a basket. And the U.S. Virgin Islands with a 9-0 lead.
So Smith tries to penetrate from the top of the key. One-on-one with Jones. Loses the handle. Bass with a tough one. No good. Another rebound for Jones. Here comes Shepard. Shepard.
Nice good pass by Kevin Shepard. Beautiful pass by Kevin Shepard, finding Cuthbert Victor underneath the rim.
Timeout, BVI, 11-0.
And the U.S. Virgin Islands doing an excellent job at keeping the crowd quiet.
They certainly are, pitching a shutout early.
As the top row for the first time is starting to fill up.
And that's a good sign, great to see. Now we're a couple of USVI guys, but we love the British Virgin Islands, and they deserve this fan support. They've been playing exceptional the first two games of the tournament. So Can, being grounded by Edwin, gets it to Bass. Carry, looks for Can. If anyone can.
Offensive foul. Excellent defense by Jason Edwin as Can beat Shepard to the basket, but Edwin was there for the help.
So, U.S. Virgin Islands with possession and an 11-point advantage. 5:20 to go in the opening quarter. Shepard setting up the offense. Gets a screen from Jones. Shepard finds Victor. Victor goes middle. The floater, no good. Rebound, Jones, no good. Victor, falta personal. Called
and Victor is a man-child down there in the post. As you can see, the U.S. Virgin Islands using their height and their strength against the British Virgin Islands.
That's right. So Victor will shoot two. Victor's first free throw is good. So 12-0 is the advantage for Islas Vírgenes. The veteran national team member Victor steps up for his second, and it's good. Starting to get a little warm in here. So Can across the timeline, guarded by Edwin. USVI in a man-to-man. Nice move by Carey.
And Kevin Shepard doing an excellent job guarding Halston Chelverton, as I don't even think he's touched the ball yet.
That's a good point. The foul is called on Phil Jones. That's his first. So Norville Carey to the free throw line. First one is good.
British Virgin Islands finally on the board.
Carey's second attempt is on the way, and it is good. Aaron Brown, British Virgin Islands in a full court press. 1-2-2. So, going to run down the shot clock to 20 seconds. The shutout is over. So Brown to inbound, gets it to Shepard. He's being guarded the length of the floor by Can. So Shepard at the top of the key, gets a screen from Jones. Jones not looking for the roll. Brown, oh, what penetration, but shot clock violation. Good defense by the British Virgin Islands on that possession.
Definitely good defense. As Shepard thought that Phil Jones was going to roll to the basket, Phil Jones not looking for the ball.
So here comes Can. Shiverton passes it inside. The pull up, no good. Rebound, Victor. So Shepard calling the play. Edwin pops out high on the right side. Looking in the interior, nothing happening. High post, Victor finds Brown. Downtown Brown, no good. Jones, rebota. Gets it to Shepard. Shepard settles things. Victor steps into one, no good. Big rebound, George. Here comes Shiverton. Shiverton across the timeline. Penetrates on the right side. Drops it off. George can hit that, no good. Rebound, Edwin. Here comes the U.S. Virgin Islands. Shepard, the veteran point guard from the USVI, handling things. They call him Teagan. Gets it inside to Phil Jones. Jones, right side hook, boom.
Beautiful hook by Phil Jones, as he definitely got the height advantage in the paint.
So the U.S. Virgin Islands still in a man-to-man. Bass on the right side, directing traffic. Gets a screen from Carey. Carey rolls. He's got the height advantage down low. The left hand is good. 15-4, 2:55. Shepard handling the rock. BVI in a zone. Actually in man-to-man, it seems. Jones working on the right side post. Victor, no good. Whole lot of contact down low. Foul called on Shepard. Meanwhile, Shiverton still down on the opposite end. Rivera and Williams checking into the game for the USVI. For the BVI, Paralon and Can.
Shiverton is saying he's not hurt, but he stood down on the floor for quite some time.
Seemed that way to me.
In this case, acting doesn't pay.
So Can gets the screen from George up top. Bass moves to the baseline on the right. He can hit that, no good. Here comes Rivera, the speedy point guard for the U.S. Virgin Islands, has been playing well off the bench. He goes baseline, finds Victor. Oh, Victor had an open look, didn't take it. So they give it to Brown. Williams in the post. Call an offensive foul on Williams.
Craig Williams. Invalid pass by Aaron Brown. Craig Williams tried to pull the shoulder of the defender. Got caught, was called for the offensive foul.
So Can gets the inbound. He's being guarded by Rivera. U.S. Virgin Islands in a man-to-man. Bass, right side wing. Looking inside to George. George, short corner. Thought about it. Gets it to Bass. Bass lost the handle. Got it. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Possession stays with the BVI. However, only 4 seconds remain on the shot clock. Bass to inbound. Get it inside. That's going to be a tough one. Shot clock violation.
Excellent defense by the U.S. Virgin Islands team.
So here comes Rivera, newest member to the U.S. Virgin Islands national team, and he has been solid. Williams didn't even take a look at it. He can shoot it from there. Don't mind the size. Edwin to Williams. Williams making me look prophetic.
And the big fella loved the three-point shot, as they call him, Big Smooth.
18-4, Islas Vejenes. Shiverton, left side. George, top of the key, trying to go one-on-one with Victor. Gives it to Paralon. Spin move, lost it. Here comes Rivera. Edwin on the run. Fingeroo!
Rashidi, this U.S. Virgin Islands team is looking very impressive in the early parts of this first quarter.
They are looking like a defending champ.
And they just caused another turnover as a backcourt violation was called.
Substitutions, Cameron and Smith checking into the ball game. Replacing Can and George. 20-4.
And it's been very quiet in here, Rashidi.
Relatively speaking, yes indeed. Rivera handling the rock. Gets it topped out. Rivera to Victor. Edwin. Williams looks inside to Victor. Edwin from a distance, no good. Rebound, Victor gets it to Rivera. 20 seconds.
Look at the poise of Rivera.
Nice move. The penetration, too strong. 10 seconds to go, first quarter.
Kerry has been the one bright spot for the British Virgin Islands. He's on the boards. He's trying to get them back in this game.
So the foul called on Victor. That's his first. BVI fans looking for something to get excited about. That certainly would have done it. Carey's first attempt is on the way. Good. Second free throw, no good. Shiverton, no good. The putback, however, by Carey is. So at the end of the first quarter, BVI with a little something to talk about, getting a couple of baskets late in the quarter. However, the advantage 20-7 in favor of the U.S. Virgin Islands.
And if you guys are wondering why all the hype, there's a lot of storylines in this game. For example, Jason Edwin lives in the British Virgin Islands but plays for the U.S. Virgin Islands. Aaron Brown, who plays for the U.S. Virgin Islands, is teammate and roommate of Carey, who's playing for the British Virgin Islands. Separated by water.
That's why we pay you the big bucks. And you are the first player to win a championship in the summer leagues in the St. Thomas League, St. Croix League, and Tortola.
Yes, sir.
It's called the Calvert White Trifecta.
Lord of the Rings.
So Parallon being guarded by Edwin. U.S. Virgin Islands in an aggressive man-to-man. Shiverton, no good.
And the U.S. Virgin Islands team is not giving Chiverton no space because they know what he can do if he gets hot.
And the book is out on Chiverton. It's no secret, he's a shooter.
Back in the game for the British Virgin Islands is Can.
So Parallon to inbound. Gets it to Can. Can gets a screen up high from Carey. Oh, Can with good penetration. Dropped it off to Parallon. Parallon tries to get the reverse. Foul called on LaRon Smith.
Smith called for his first.
So Parallon will shoot two. First free throw is good.
Parallon, one of the older members on the British Virgin Islands team.
He's also got an interesting storyline. We'll let you tell it in a few. Second free throw is good.
Parallon originally was left off of this British Virgin Islands team, but because the ineligibility of a couple players was then put back on the team and has been very productive.
So Rivera to Edwin. Edwin gets a screen from Williams. Williams pops. No good. Rebound, Shiverton. Here comes the BVI. Parallon pushing. Leaves it for Smith. Smith goes left side. Drops it off for Parallon. Turnover. Here comes the USVI. Rivera to Edwin. Edwin with the reverse.
Beautiful move by the silky smooth Edwin.
So Can brings it across the timeline for the U.S. Virgin Islands, met by Rivera. LaRon Smith stolen away. Here comes Rivera. Edwin.
What poise by Rivera, leading the fast break and finding Edwin for the foul.
That young fella's been incredible. I got an email from my pops. He's like, I like that Rivera kid. Who is he?
I think he's going to be around on this Virgin Islands team for a long time.
He better be. So Rivera, if I got the story correct, his parents moved back to Puerto Rico, so he's living in Puerto Rico and is paying dividends for this U.S. Virgin Islands national team.
They know how to find him.
We kind of recruit like the San Antonio Spurs do. We find them.
Big shout out to David Idole,
That's
who's
my guy.
responsible for a lot of that stuff.
He's also instrumental in the Sunstroke Hoop Classic. If you're around the Virgin Islands, you know that big high school all-star tournament. He's a key part of that. So Edwin makes the second free throw. Speaking of which, Edwin played in the Hoop Classic many, many moons ago. Parallon to inbound. Shiverton. Steal, Rivera. Good poise. The jumper. Good.
I'm telling you, Rashidi, I'm impressed with that kid. I'm very impressed with him. He doesn't rush. He doesn't get speed up. He's very comfortable on the court.
So Can gets it across the timeline. Rivera defending. Good defensive pressure by the U.S. Virgin Islands. A lot of fresh bodies on the floor for the USVI. Big move by Smith. Move it. So the foul called on LaRon Smith. That's his second.
Smith, one of those high flyers, went up and got the block. Referee didn't see it that way. Carey is not too happy that he's being subbed out. I'm a little surprised because he's one of the bright spots that the BVI have had today.
Smith to the free throw line. First attempt. Good. 25-10. Islas Vejenes. Just under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Second free throw for Smith. No good. Rebound. Williams gets it to Rivera. Rivera slows it down. They're running the fist. Pick and pop. Williams gets it to Peltier. Peltier penetrates. Finds an open shooter. Good.
Kaboom! Rashidi, look at the ball movement from the U.S. Virgin Islands. They're one of the few teams in this tournament that actually calls a play every possession.
And that was Jonathan Gray connecting from a distance. Smith picks up his third. Smith with 3 fouls in this quarter alone. Couple of them were questionable. So Bass to inbound to Smith. Smith takes it, makes it. So here comes Rivera. Rivera, crossover, Williams, short J, no good. The tap, no good. Rebound, Cheverton. Here comes Cheverton. Crosses sides, gives it to Smith. Smith penetrates, the left hand lays, good.
Beautiful move by Smith, and Smith is down.
On the other end, Peltier thought about it, gets it to Rivera. Rivera penetrates. So Dr. Jerry Smith taking a look at Smith. So there's a stoppage in play. They continue to work on Smith. It's 28-15 in favor of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Now, it's not an official timeout. So the referee from the Caymans, Hamilton, is trying to break up the BVI huddle.
And Smith still on the ground. And that, if he can't re-enter in this game, that's bad news for this British Virgin Islands team, as he's been one of the few bright spots for them.
And whatever it is, it seems to be very severe. So Smith needed assistance off the floor. Not sure if he's going to return. I'll try and get a word from Dr. Smith.
Not good news for the BVI team, as Smith shakes his head as he's discussed as he walks off the court.
So Gray inbounds to Rivera. They're running fist down. So Williams pops with a screen. Gray looking inside. Rivera from a distance. Bang!
I can't say enough from this kid. He's poised, he's patient, he's definitely a floor general.
Get up, big fella. Misses the leg. So Can resets with Bass. Shiverton looking for the rock. Turnover.
And pressure from Devon Peltier. I'm telling you, they're not giving Shiverton anything. Whoever's guarding him is right up in his grill.
Obviously, that was the game plan coming in. And he's one of those emotional players. When he gets going, the crowd gets going. Rivera with another splash.
And Rivera is hot and looks at his bench and said, "Coach, I'm the future."
So the USVI extending the pressure. Rivera met Bass. Foul call on Samuel.
Not a good foul at all from Samuel, as he basically just hacks at the BVI player.
Hey, on offense! Offense!
Inbound to Shiverton. Shiverton uses the George screen. George with the pull-up. Good!
Randy George with a nice jump shot from on top the key.
So Rivera passes it to Gray. Gray to Peltier. Gets a screen from Williams. A lot of dribbling by Peltier. Move it!
Goaltending call. Basket as good as it was on the way down. Beautiful move by Peltier.
That first step is quick. So Peltier and Shiverton get a warning for trash talking. Can gets it ahead. Big step. Smith, no good. Rebound, Williams. Here comes Gray. Gray to Samuel. Samuel lost it. So a timeout call by Milton Barnes to settle down the troops. 36-17 in favor of the U.S. Virgin Islands. Calvert, what's your take?
I'm very impressed with this U.S. Virgin Islands team. They're confident, they're poised, they're relaxed, they're not speeding up, they're running their sets. They're looking good right now.
Certainly are.
Interesting plug. Angel Rivera does not has a D1 school as of yet, but I can pretty bet Rashidi that after this tournament, there's going to be a ton of Division I schools trying to get this kid. Right now, Cal Bakerfield is his favorite.
That's not a bad school. The weather's nice. So George gets it to Shiverton. His first open look. No bueno. Rebota. Williams. Here comes Rivera.
And the kid looked like he's having fun out there.
Certainly does. Gray gets a screen from Williams. Gray to Williams. Big smooth. Banging with George. The fadeaway. No good. So the foul called on the floor.
Williams, big fellow, about 6'9". Doesn't play inside the post too much, but he can if he needs to.
So Williams gets it to Samuel. Bueno!
Nice looking jump shot from Samuel from on top of the key. And everybody's getting into the action on the U.S. Virgin Islands team.
So George wisely pulls it out, gets it to Can. Looks inside to Bass. Mismatch down there. Mouse in the house. Rivera definitely can't check Bass in the post.
Bass saw Rivera on his backside. Tried to spin baseline. Picked up the foul.
Oh, look, a wholesale substitution.
Never seen that from Coach Barnes, as he has subbed all 5 players, bringing in a fresh 5.
But when you look at the 5 that they bring in, can you blame him?
He brought in the big guns.
And we got a report on the injured player.
Dr. Jerry Smith didn't tell us exactly what was wrong with Leslie Smith's knee, but the report is he is out for the rest of this game.
That's bad news for the British Virgin Islands. Big body that knows how to use it. And now the BVI does not have his services for the rest of the game. About to check in is the young fella, Blyden. They've been getting some great minutes from him for the BVI. Second free throw misses. Phil Jones with the rebound. Shepard handling the rock.
And Rashidi, I'm feeling good now. It's a 21-point lead.
Ooh.
My math is better.
So Shepard gets the screen from Victor. Victor rolls, Phil Jones pops. High-low, Victor, look at the angle.
Beautiful pass by Phil Jones, the high-low down to Victor.
Bass with the rock, met by Brown. Bass centers, gets it to Can. Can goes left. Carry from a distance. Splash, a long 2.
Carey definitely trying to get his team back into this game.
Shepard settles things down. Veteran point guard. Can't go wrong when the rocket is in his hands. USVI slowing things down a bit. Aaron Brown open in the corner. Opts not to. Victor takes it, but he had no choice. Rebound, Can. So Can brings it across the timeline. George and Victor banging on the left side. Shiverton briefly was open. Air ball. Jones corrals it. Here comes Brown to Edwin. Edwin, quick first step, 2 points, good.
Beautiful move by Jason Edwin as he came down the sideline. Defender came over. He was able to avoid the contact.
So Can from deep. Rebound, Edwin. Here comes Shepard across the timeline. Shepard, spin move, excuse me. Lost the handle. Gets it to Edwin. Edwin down to Jones. Jones to Edwin. Edwin thought about it, gets a little closer. Offensive foul.
This U.S. Virgin Islands team is well coached as they're moving the ball beautifully around the perimeter. Almost too unselfish as Jason Edwin had a shot in the lane and decided to pass it out.
42-19. Cal, I don't think you or I saw this coming. And we need a 5-hour energy in here quickly. We're going to take a break.
Or a calculator.
Shepard from the inbound. Can picked up full court by Edwin. Can gets it across the timeline. Shiverton. Cut. Blyden. To carry. Nice stutter step. The floater, no good. Oh, they're starting to play above the rim now. Edwin crosses the timeline.
And Shepard said, easy.
That's that veteran leadership we talked about. Brown goes inside to Jones. Fade away. No good. But George got him on the hand. Well, the arm, technically.
Big shout out to Jana Abraham, who's in St. Croix right now, getting her troops ready to come down to the British Virgin Islands as they get set to compete in the women's side of the CBC tournament.
What's up? Tajama went from player to coach and doing an outstanding job with the ladies.
Also, Jareem Dowling, who is the commander-in-chief of the junior team for the U.S. Virgin Islands.
First free throw is good. So we got to say shout out to Jareem Dowling. He says that Rivera has an official visit to Cal Bakersfield July 8th through the 10th. So this might be his best week ever.
He might be getting some calls from bigger schools after this tournament.
So Carey hands it off to Can. Can penetrates on the left side. Carey at the top of the key, thought about it, took it. Rebound, Victor. Shepard settling down the troops.
And for the U.S. Virgin Islands, it's one shot and out for the British Virgin Islands. They're not giving them any second chance points.
So Brown goes inside to Jones. Jones backing down Carey. Finds Shepard from a distance. No good. So Jones was complaining that he was being held.
And he was. As Steve Parolin had him by the shorts.
So Can brings it across the timeline, gives it to Shiverton. Shiverton is being guarded by Shepard. Parolin at the top of the key. No good. Rebound, Parolin. Shiverton goes right side. Layup, good.
Maybe that might get Shiverton hot and going as he just scored his first basket.
37 seconds to go in the first half. And not a bad one for the U.S. Virgin Islands thus far. Shepard setting up a play with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Jones, goes away from it. Traveling.
Shepard wanted Aaron Brown to go back door. The two players was not on the same page. Aaron Brown, who's the leading returning scorer for Southern Miss.
Can running out of time. Oh, I'm sorry. 15 seconds. Steal. Brown gets it. Brown one-on-one. Good.
And Brown looked at the little light fella and said, "Not in my house."
So, a very emphasis on the very impressive first half for the U.S. Virgin Islands. 46 points on the board to the British Virgin Islands 21.
Rashidi, I was very impressed, very, very impressed by this U.S. Virgin Islands team, who is well coached by Coach Barnes. Both on the offensive side and the defensive side, I can't find any fouls.
Neither can I.
And we'll be back after the half. Thanks a lot, okay?
Thank you. We're going to leave it for tomorrow or no? Yes?
I need that top up. Tomorrow. As we get set to start the second half, which saw an almost flawless U.S. Virgin Islands team.
Yeah, they came pretty close to flawless. So Shepard handling the rock, being held by Shiverton. Crossover, right side, nice pass to Victor, 2.
And so they started with an easy bucket to Cuthbert Victor.
So if Shepard was on the bench, he'd be yelling, Victor, you're the greatest.
And he is.
Tough shot, move it. Uh-oh, Shiverton, no good. Rebound, Victor, here comes Edwin. Edwin pushing, falta personal, Shiverton.
And the U.S. Virgin Islands team picking up right where they left off. As Victor skied real high for that rebound. Outlet to Jason Edwin, who picked up the foul.
And that's Shiverton's second. More importantly, he might have more fouls than points. That's a surprise today. One of the most prolific scorers in the Virgin Islands.
I just realized that I have some ties with Aaron Brown and Kerry, as my old college coach
George with the block shot.
As I was saying, my old college coach, Tom Schubert, is now an assistant coach at Southern Miss.
That's what's up.
I know Coach Doc Sadler and the rest of his staff is down there watching the game.
Shepard from deep. Shot clock violation. Nonetheless, here comes the BVI. Shiverton tries to get it inside, knocked away by Victor.
I was just wondering about the same thing, if they can make that noise, but the BVI fans trying to do anything to get their team to cut into this lead.
Ooh. Wicked screen by George. Shepard didn't see it coming.
And Shepard is wondering why the ref right in front of him didn't make that call. It was the ref from the backside. Wicked screen by George. And Shepard, officials signal that Shepard have to come out the game because the medical staff stepped on the floor. Might be a concussion.
So Rivera is going to step in. Had you seen this happen before the first game of the tournament, you'd be worried. But Rivera has been solid at the point.
It's almost as Coach Barnes is happy when Shepard comes out and Rivera comes in, because they don't miss a beat with this kid.
None at all. Screen by Jones. Rivera to Brown. Brown looking inside. Takes it down the lane. No good. Rebound. Carry. Carry to George. Can. Gets it across the timeline by passing it to Bass. Shiverton was trying to get it in the post. That's not happening. George with the entry pass. Down to Carey. Carey with a quick turnaround. No good. Rebound, Brown. Brown on the run. Falta personal.
Hard foul by the British Virgin Islands.
Foul called on carry.
And that's Aaron Brown forte. He loves to get in the open court.
The lead is 27 for the U.S. Virgin Islands. That is Carey's second personal foul. So Brown will step to the free throw line and shoot 2. Good. So I've heard nothing from the public address announcer, so I'm taking it that somebody addressed that. Second one, good.
And coming out from behind the locker room behind of it is Leslie Smith.
And at the time of his injury, he had 6 points and 5 rebounds. So the crowd screaming for a foul, nothing called. Possession goes to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
He's hobbling and limping. Let's hope that he will be okay for the remainder of the tournament. Hate to see a kid go down with as much talent as he has.
So Rivera gets it knocked away by Shiverton.
One of the few mistakes you've seen Rivera make in this tournament. As the kid played the first game, he didn't have any turnovers in his first outing.
Great introduction to men's international play.
And
off the bench and no turnovers.
And there goes our boy.
Oh, Trent. Trent is on my all-staff team. Nice move by Can. No finish. Can in there scrambling. Oh, they say Can kicked it.
And nothing going right for the British Virgin Islands team, as the Virgin Islands is now up by 29 points. See how quick I was on that? I got my 5-hour energy in.
Oh, that's what happened. We got a timeout call by Milton Barnes. 7:37, and it is cruising altitude for the U.S. Virgin Islands at this time. 50-21 over the British Virgin Islands.
Autopilot.
So Cuthbert Victor to inbound the ball. British Virgin Islands extending the pressure, needing to force the action. Edwin, pull up, splash.
Kaboom! And the U.S. Virgin Islands can do nothing wrong.
It certainly does not seem that way. Bass down to Shiverton. Foul call.
Helston Chilton cannot find his range, as he usually catches and shoots. Now he's hesitating.
That hesitation was not there on day 1, day 2.
He's thinking about it.
So George to Shiverton.
Another hesitation.
Steal, Victor. Victor to Edwin. Edwin to the basket. Finger roll.
Edwin has been looked real good this game. By far his best outing of the tournament.
Remember, he has ties to the British Virgin Islands, so he's trying to prove something out here.
And here comes the young fellow. Did you know his nickname was Banana?
Really?
Wonder why they call him that. So Rashidi, what has been more impressive to you? The offense of the U.S. Virgin Islands or the defense of the U.S. Virgin Islands?
Honestly, the teamwork. You know, they don't look like a squad that's only been together for 2 weeks. Can't. Shepard with the rebound. Shepard being guarded by Blyden. Lost the handle. Stays with the U.S. Virgin Islands. Shepard pleading his case, asking for a foul call.
And what luxury do you have to take Rivera out and come in with Shepard?
I'm saying, typically we used to say that the other way around. Good cut by Edwin, left hand layers, good.
And Jason Edwin is picking apart the British Virgin Islands team. I don't think they're going to let him come back home.
56-21. Carry to Can. Can goes. That's a tough one. Gets it to go. George. Shepard being guarded by Blyden. I think Shepard is chomping at the bit here. High screen coming from Victor. Shepard picked up by Carey. Shepard thought Jones was going to pop up. Instead, he flash cut to the basket. So Can gets it on the wing, penetrates down the lane, the finger rolled, no good.
Can't.
Baseline move by Can, nothing doing down there. Send it in, big fella.
Big, strong, powerful move by Carey. Here comes Aaron Brown. Offensive foul.
And as you can hear, the crowd now starting to get into it, but still a long way to go, 56-25.
By my account, 31 points.
So George hands it off to Can. Left side. To Bass. Bass looking. Drops it off to Brown.
Substitution, the silky smooth Craig Williams entering the game for Phil Jones. So offense for defense. And the U.S. Virgin Islands now lead by 30.
Second free throw is good.
You're not going to speed up this U.S. Virgin Islands team.
So Shepard gets it across the timeline. Goes left. Pull up. No good.
Look at Victor.
Workhorse. Cameron gets it. Brings it across the timeline. Looking inside, nothing doing. Bass pops out on the wing. Short. Rebound. George put up, no good. Williams with the rebound. Gets it to Victor. Shepard pushing. Nice look to Edwin.
And they forgot to guard Jason Edwin on the backside. What a find by Kevin Shepard.
And he should be a familiar face. He lives here. 58-27.
Well, if they don't,
31.
if they don't know him, they know him now.
Spin move. Bass lost it out of bounds.
Nice defense by Kevin Shepard. British Virgin Islands desperately trying to get back into this game. Had a little bit of energy, but they're still down 31.
Sheridan checking in for George. So BVI is extra small now. Shepard handles it against Blyden. Brings it across the timeline. Waiting for the screen from Williams. Goes middle. Downtown Brown. No good. Here comes Cameron. Cameron passes it inside. Carey with the move. Short. Rebound. Edwin. Shepard gets it across the timeline. Met by Cameron. Craig Williams Jr. Splash.
Kaboom! And the kid has found his shot this game, Rashidi.
That's right. Gotta say shout outs to the first Craig Williams Sr. I'm sure he's enjoying this game at home and close to catch his wrist. Ooh, around the world and in. Bucket is good for Cameron.
I know Patty Williams is home in St. Croix cheering for the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Patty once scored 72 points and a half on St. Croix. Female basketball legend. So timeout call for the British Virgin Islands. Trailing by 31 in the third.
There's a small U.S. Virgin Island contingent right in front of me across the floor. Got on their yellow, or actually their gold U.S. Virgin Islands t-shirt right in front of the president of FIBA, Uzi Richards. And Jason Edwins leads his team with 17 points. What a homecoming for him.
Certainly, Shepard. Foul by Blyden.
And I think Kevin Shepard sees that the young fella can't guard him. His eyes is opening wide as he wants the ball.
You gotta respect the courage from Blyden, seemingly willing to accept the challenge. Brown, Williams with the fade, splash.
Big Smooth, as they call him in St. Croix, has definitely found his range tonight.
Oh, nice move by Bass. Met at the summit. Foul call on LaRon Smith.
This U.S. Virgin Islands team has some athletes, Rashidi, as Air Kennedy was set to take off. and Smith said the tower is closed.
Si, senor. After hours. So Bass will shoot 2. First, no good. So Bass, second free throw. On the way and good.
Every time the British Virgin Islands team makes a little run, St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands has an answer. I apologize to my Crucian and St. Jonian fans.
You better, because I got some Crucians on the floor right now. So Shepard brings it across the timeline. Crossover, excuse me. The putback, no good by Jones. Blyden pushes it. Gets it across the timeline. Drops it off to Can. Can, finger roll.
Jones has got to dunk that ball.
So Edwin in trouble. Stripped by Can. Can with the fake.
And even when the British Virgin Islands gets a good opportunity, they're not able to convert.
So Blyden finds Can. If anyone can, not yet.
He can't.
Foul called on Brown.
Rashidi Khan has yet to score in this game. The floor general for the British Virgin Islands definitely struggling tonight.
Had a good game yesterday. Shiverton, his previous 2 games were outstanding. Relatively quiet night for him.
That's his 3rd point.
That's a quiet night for anybody.
He's 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. He usually gets about 10 attempts from behind the arc.
Usually makes half of them. .128 to go, 63-34. U.S. Virgin Islands second free throw is good. Checking into the ball game, Gray.
And look at this, Rashidi. The British Virgin Islands team have gone really, really small. They're playing with 4 guards. Coach Barnes has counteracted, and he has gone small.
So the chess match ensues. Williams, no good. Rebound, Can. Blyden misses the lay.
Nothing goes right for the British Virgin Islands team. But look at the floor for the British Virgin Islands. They have 5 guards on the floor.
That's right. They're trying to increase the ball pressure. Rivera brings it across the timeline. Nice pass, Rivera to Brown.
The kid from Puerto Rico with the penetration and the dish.
Bass, no good. Rebound, Gray. Gray to Rivera. 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
And even when they're wide open, they're not hitting the ball. Craig Williams, who definitely has a height advantage. And the kid bounced back up. What confidence.
There's no doubt that is a Division I point guard.
I'm surprised that Craig Williams is not using his height advantage and demanding the ball inside, as the British Virgin Islands, who had 5 guards on the floor, has now come back in with 2 big men. But as you were saying earlier, Rivera definitely can play Division I basketball. The kid is cool as the other side of the pillow.
First free throw, no good for Rivera. Second free throw on the way is good. 66-35. 32 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. saw some improvement from the BVI team. However, not much difference in the score. Can with the pull-up. Splash.
And that's his first bucket of the game.
So Gray brings it across the timeline. USVI settling for the last shot. 8 seconds. Rivera. Razzle dazzle, excuse me. From the corner!
Kaboom! And that was all created by the penetration and the ball handling skills of Rivera.
So it's 69-37 as we enter the fourth and final quarter.
Rashidi, I've been a long-time member of this U.S. Virgin Islands national team, 15 years to be exact, and I can't quite remember a time where they have looked so good on both ends of the court.
I'm going to agree. I've been observing the national team for quite some time, and as far as structure goes, certainly this is the best I've seen.
And that's a credit to the commander-in-chief, Milton Barnes, who only had 2 weeks to prepare his troops, but did an excellent job. Also got to give credit to Donald Bow, because he actually was there before Milton Barnes came down.
Shiverton, splash. So Shiverton gets to go for a 4-point play.
Shiverton finally hits a 3. This kid can heat up in a second. Let's see if that gets him going.
Please believe me, in his mind, he is scorching hot right now. So, Peltier handles the pressure. And that's a lot of pressure by Shiverton. Screen by Williams. Peltier finds Samuel in the corner. Air ball. George gives it to Shiverton. Here comes the BVI. Shiverton thought about it. Carey's going to take it. Good.
This kid Carey is a good-looking ball player. That Southern Miss team is going to be tough this year.
So Peltier gets it across the timeline. Screen from Williams. Peltier to Williams. Rivera.
Double foul. Double foul.
Another double foul. That's the third double foul I've seen for the day.
Somebody has to initiate the contact first.
I'm saying. That's like every argument you have with your girlfriend, both of you say, my fault. Not possible.
The girlfriend always wins.
Nice cut. Samuel, 2.
Beautiful cut to the basket. Williams finding Samuel.
So there goes Shiverton. Whoa, what a pass to Can. If anyone can.
The question is this British Virgin Islands team going to have enough in the tank to cut into this lead with 8 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game?
Rivera finds Gray. Gray. Cut!
Kaboom!
Shades of Gray.
And again, it was a penetration by Rivera.
Rivera not frazzled by anything out there. Nice move by George. Left hand lay is good.
And I'm telling you, this kid Rivera, he's going to have a lot of colleges looking at him after this performance he's had in this tournament.
So Rivera getting a screen from Williams. Finds Peltier on the right side wing. Peltier goes middle, loses it. Here comes Kennedy Bass. Here Kennedy, clear for takeoff.
And the lead is now 23 with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game.
So Rivera gets a screen from Williams. Williams could have rolled to the basket but didn't. Peltier to Rivera. Rivera, look at this kid go. No finish. Williams. Rivera. Splash!
Kaboom! By Rivera.
The poise of this young fella. Crossover. Can. Doesn't get it to go. Rebound. Samuel. Here comes Rivera. Handling the rock. Williams. Pull up. No good. Rebound. Can. So the lead 26. 6:26 to go in the ball game. Shiverton. Splash.
And there goes Helston Shiverton. And another double foul. What's interesting is not even the ref that called a double foul that got in between them. If Mr. Henry was officiating this game, somebody would have been out.
Oh, he's going to choose. So that's my 4th double foul that I've counted for the day. I think that's 4 too many.
Question remains. Is there enough time for the BVI to get back into this game? They're still down by 23. Can they do it? We'll find out after this timeout. I don't think Peltier wants to upset Shiverton. He feeds off of that kind of energy.
He certainly does. So Rivera picked up the length of the floor by Cameron. Rivera across the timeline. Right side. Foul called on Cameron.
And I think we're going to see a lot of touch fouls as the officials are going to try to clean this game up.
So Coach Barnes has a word with Rivera. Gets it into Samuel. Rivera controls it. Goes left. Looks inside to Xavier Richards. Brown with the cut.
Aaron Brown, I remember that when this kid first came on the national team, young fella, was very good in open transition. He's turned out to be one heck of a player.
So the foul was called on Dion Blyden. Brown's first free throw, no good. Brown's second free throw, good. Checking into the ball game for the first time is Alfred.
And also Freeman.
The boss, B-O-S twice. One of the best calypso singers in the Virgin Islands is in the ball game. So they are trying to give Shiverton a quick breather. Cameron gives it to Can. Screen by Boss. Can goes baseline, nothing doing there. Blyden at the top of the key. Gets it to Can. Can. Pull up. Splash.
Beautiful shot by Can. And you're not going to get the ball away from this kid, Rivera, who's very nifty and crafty with the ball. Coach Barnes shown that he has a lot of confidence in his bench as he only has one starter on the floor right now.
Well, that's one of the best point guards in the tournament. It's easy to find that confidence because he's playing like a seasoned veteran out there. Rivera will shoot two. BVI in the penalty. Next foul for the U.S. Virgin Islands, they'll be in the penalty as well.
Did Rivera play on the junior national team?
That's what I was wondering. I'm not certain about that. Second free throw, good. Technology is a beast. So somebody sent Casey Henry a message about what we just said about somebody would have gotten the foul. That one's from deep, way downtown. No. Brown, spin move, excuse me. Richards.
What a pass by Aaron Brown.
So Can, nice spin move. The left, short, B-O-S twice, lost it. Here comes Richard, gets it to Brown. Brown throws it up as he knew he was going to be fouled.
And what an exciting player Aaron Brown is in the open court as he loves the transition game.
This might just prove to be too much to do with not enough time for the British Virgin Islands. Starting to improve as the game goes on, but that lead was so large. Brown toes the free throw line to shoot two. Good.
I'm just putting this out here, not trying to recruit for anybody, but picture this. Aaron Brown plays for Southern Miss. Carey plays for Southern Miss. I can't help but think right now that the coaches from Southern Miss is thinking to themselves, we got to try to get Rivera out there for a visit.
Not a bad idea at all. Ooh, Blyden. Cameron, no. Rebound. Samuel. Rivera brings it across the timeline. Spin move. Pulls it back out, settles things down. Can't speed him up. Aaron Brown in the post. No good. Rebound, Freeman. Alfred handling the rock. Guarded by Richards. Nice crossover. Alfred off the glass. No good. Rebound, Richards. Lost it to the boss. So Smith comes in to replace Samuel for the U.S. Virgin Islands.
So it's back.
If you look at the 5 on the floor, I mean, that's the youth movement of the U.S. Virgin Islands out there trying to hold on to this lead.
Can't help but think how good they're going to be in the future.
So Alfred working the right side. Alfred thought about it. Penetration, left hand lay. That was nice. Didn't get it to go. Rebound, Freeman. The pull-up, short. Rebound, Smith.
And I think the coach from the BVI has conceded this win to the U.S. Virgin Islands as he has cleared his bench and has all his bench players in the game. No one from the starting 5 right now.
So Brown thought about it, then did it. Rebound, Smith. So the USVI trying to use some of the clock. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 3:25 on the game clock. Rivera goes baseline, gives it to Smith. Somebody's got to shoot it. Rivera does. That was a shot clock violation, no call made. Blyden to Alfred. Alfred gets the call. A little tardy, but it's the right call.
It is the right call as Gray got his body on Blyden, a.k.a. Banana. Sorry, Alfred.
So Alfred goes to the free throw line. Boss has come in and done a good job on the boards. And when I say boss, I mean Freeman.
Looking ahead tomorrow, with this win, the U.S. Virgin Islands will get the #1 seed from their bracket, so they would play a tough Cuban team tomorrow, with the British Virgin Islands having a daunting task of playing a very good Bahamas team.
So Freeman, spin cycle, no good.
And the BVI fans haven't had much to cheer about tonight. It has been all U.S. Virgin Islands from the tip.
Dominant performance. This is the largest crowd in attendance as well, Brown.
And there he go. One of Southern Miss's finest, Aaron Brown. I'm surprised he's still in the game, Rashidi.
Blyden from a distance. Splash.
I think the fans are going to try to get this kid to get some more minutes.
He deserves them, though. He's been solid from the onset of the tournament. Brown handling the rock up top.
Not trying to jinx Aaron Brown, but this one seems to be in the bag. Still curious why Coach Barnes has him out there on the floor.
So Alfred gets it to Cameron. Malone. No. Rebound, Gray. Here comes Rivera. Rivera methodically patting the rock. Gets it to Gray. Rivera gets it to Brown. Brown thought about it and is fouled by Freeman.
And with a minute 30 in the game and a 25-point lead, I think it's safe to say.
Dinner plans.
I think you're always thinking about your stomach, Rashidi.
I'm hungry.
I think it's safe to say that the U.S. Virgin Islands will get away with this win, an impressive win for Coach Barnes' squad.
Honestly speaking, the defending champions have been among the most impressive teams in this tournament thus far.
Like I said, a flawless victory, as I can't find any fault in the way they played this game.
So Cameron handling up top. Father time obviously not on the side of the British Virgin Islands. Got their youth movement in the ball game as well, with the exception of Freeman. Blyden, what? Rebound, Richards. Pass ahead to Brown. Thought about the lob, but thought better. Laurent Smith wanted it. Brown Downtown Brown. Good.
Kaboom! A little disappointed for the BVI fans as they did pack the house tonight, but didn't have much to cheer about.
Alfred, no good. Rebound, Smith. So this one's in the bag like yesterday's trash. U.S. Virgin Islands with a convincing victory today. This is oh, Smith. So here comes the British Virgin Islands. Alfred on the wing to Cameron. Malone, no good. Rebound, Aaron. So another 4 games in the book. Good job, my brother.
And a 29-point victory with an impressive win by the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Nobody saw this coming.
Not even me.
So we got to say congratulations to some folks. Great game by the U.S. Virgin Islands. Aaron Brown finished the night with 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and just 1 turnover. Jason Edwin, who started off very well for the U.S. Virgin Islands, he finished with 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Angel Rivera had 14 points for the U.S. Virgin Islands. We would also like to thank the switcher for our FIBA Americas crew, Camille, Rosado, the cameraman, Velez. Rivera's stat line once again was 14 points, 2 block shots, 3 steals, and 5 assists. Jason Edwin had a heck of a ball game for the U.S. Virgin Islands, and so did Rivera. I think Calvert White is going to speak to both of our players. So Calvert, you've got it.
I'm here with Jason Edwin, who had a monstrous first half. Before the game, Jason, I told you have to come out and shoot the ball. You came out and was very aggressive from the beginning. Tell me a little something about your performance tonight.
Yeah, I knew in a rivalry game like this, it would take some senior leadership to come forward in the first quarter and, you know, lead the troops. So I took it upon myself to be aggressive and see where the team would go from there.
You guys are the defending champs from the 2011 CBC tournament. Put yourself in good position to face a tough Cuban team tomorrow. What are you looking forward against that team?
Yeah, like you just said, we're the defending champs, so we have to have a certain aura about ourselves, composure, and then rest ourselves in the fourth quarter, knowing that we got a game tomorrow. So we'll defend.
All right, I'm here with the point guard, Rivera. Now, I don't know this kid, and I've been around the U.S. Virgin Islands team for a long time. You seem very confident out there. You're a floor leader. Tell me how you feel playing for this U.S. Virgin Islands national team.
I mean, this is my first time. I'm well prepared. I have experience in Brazil, so I know what I got to do. This is what I do right here. I play the point, the street with the ball. I just do my job. I
know coming into this tournament, the U.S. Virgin Islands wasn't sure about their guard play. Kevin Shepard, who's a little older right now, Walter Hodge, who's not here. But when you come on the court, it seems like the U.S. Virgin Islands takes their talent to another level. You're playing so confident. Tell me how you get that confidence.
I mean, I'm always prepared. I'm not scared of anything, so I'm always ready. Coach gave me a lot of confidence when he came in. So I just say, all right, I got to do this. This is my time right here. I can get something else out of this, so I'm just working for it.
Now, it doesn't get easier from here. You're playing a tough Cuban team tomorrow. They're big in size. Are you looking forward to that challenge?
Of course. I mean, to be the best, you got to beat the best. You just go home, get some rest tonight, get a good meal, and then prepare for a game tomorrow.
Now I heard you don't have a Division I team right now. After a performance like tonight, I know colleges are going to be hungry to get you.
I mean, I'm ready. That's what I want. That's my goal. Play Division I basketball. So I'm just looking forward for it.
I'm here with Jason, Edwin, and Rivera. An impressive, flawless win by the U.S. Virgin Islands team. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks.
So once again, the action continues tomorrow, 2:30. And we were talking about the youth movement on the court for both teams. But our switcher, Camille, is 13 years old. Doing a great the cameras. So big respect to our production team. And we look forward to being here tomorrow. Me and Calvert White calling another 4 games. But don't worry, tomorrow we coming with the 2 games. Thank you, Jesus. On that note, we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. It was truly a pleasure. 89-60, U.S. Virgin Islands over the British Virgin Islands.